just about to start my workout for today. I want to get right into it today. So I'm not going to demonstrate and explain all of the exercises before we begin. You can watch me do it, and please remember that I always take the time to type out the instructions in the description box below the video. So read the instructions, go ahead and watch me do it, and then stick around because after the workout, I will go through each of these exercises in detail and I will show you equipment-free modifications. But for right now, I just want to go ahead and get started so that I can get it over with. I'm hoping to finish this workout in under 30 minutes today. That's what I'm shooting for. The only thing I'm using is a set of 10-pound dumbbells, which is a good weight for me. You may need something lighter or heavier. That depends on your strength and on your level of fitness, so please make the decision that is best for you. Also, we will be doing Espressos, which if you follow my workouts regularly is an exercise that you've seen before. And for that exercise, you want to make sure that your dumbbells are flat on the bottom. If you do not have dumbbells that are flat on the bottom, you will need to modify the third exercise. And again, I will walk you through substitutions and modifications if you don't have dumbbells or your dumbbells aren't flat on the bottom after I finish my workout. So keep watching to see those. I'm also using a mat. So if you have an exercise mat or a yoga mat or a towel, something you can lie down uncomfortably, you will want to get that ready as well. There are just 3 exercises. I'll show you the first one real quickly before we begin, and then I'll walk you through the other 2 as we're going. And again, I will go through everything in more detail after the workout. But just so you know what we're starting with, I'm going to come down on my mat. I have just 1 dumbbell for this first exercise. Now, I'm going to be in a side plank position. So I'm on my side, this palm is flat on the mat. I'm going to take this bottom leg and extend it out in front of me. My back leg, I'm going to bend the knee and place the foot flat on the mat right here. Now I'm going to grab my dumbbell and I'm going to hold it up here by my shoulder. So this is my starting position. From here, I'm going to press the palm of this hand into the mat, and I'm going to use my obliques to lift my hips up as high as I can. And now from here, I'm going to take this front leg, the one that's extended, and I'm going to, the knee isn't just straight, I am pointing that toe, I'm stretching the leg as though I'm trying to touch the wall over there with the toes of this foot. I'm going to keep the leg as straight as I can. From here, I'm just going to lift the leg as high as I can, controlling the movement up and controlling the movement on the way down, and then engaging my obliques. I'm going to control the movement, lowering my hips back down to the mat. So that is half of the exercise. Now I'm going to do the same thing, pressing the palm of this hand into the mat, engaging my obliques, lifting the hips up as high as I can. And from here, I'm going to take this top arm, the one that's holding the dumbbell, and I'm going to press the dumbbell up overhead, controlling the movement on the way up, controlling the movement on the way down, bending my elbow again and bringing that dumbbell back down to my shoulder. And now again, engaging my abs and controlling the movement down, lowering that hip back down to the mat. So all of that is 1 rep, okay? So 1 rep of that exercise is going to look like this. Lift the hips, lift the leg, lower the leg, lower the hips. Lift the hips, overhead press, and lower the hips back down. That's 1 rep. So that's our first exercise. We're going to do 20 reps on one side, then flip over and do another 20 reps on the other side. And then we'll move on to our second exercise. There are just 2 more exercises. I'll walk you through them quickly as we're going. But again, remember that I will go through everything in more detail after the workout. I will show you equipment-free substitutions after the workout. So for right now, let's go ahead and get right into it. If you have a set of dumbbells that are flat on the bottom, go ahead and get those ready. Take a minute to make sure you're good and warmed up. Make sure you have a mat or a towel, something you can lie down on comfortably. We're gonna get started right now. Okay, my watch is going. Timer set as a stopwatch. We're starting right now. So come down to the mat. Front leg extended out in front of you. Back leg, bend the knee. Press the heel into the mat. Bring the dumbbell up by the shoulder. Now press that hand into the mat. Lift the hips and lift the leg. Lower the legs, lower the hips. Lift the hips, overhead press, lower the hips back down. That's 1. So lift the hips, lift the leg, lower the hips, lift the hips, press the weight up overhead. That's 2. That's 3. We're going to 20. That's 10 for me. My shoulder is crying like a little baby. Yeah, a baby. So, giving her a little rest. I have 10 more to do. Maybe I'll break them up into 2 little sets of 5. So, all right, when you're ready, picking up my count at 10. I would like to do another 5 unbroken if I can. So when you're ready, bring that weight up to the shoulder. Press the press your palm into the mat. Lift the hips, lift the leg, lower the leg. Bring the hips back down, lift the hips up. Press the weight up overhead and controlling the movement back down, lower those hips. That's 11. That's 13. No, 12? 13. I'm gonna say 12. All right. It's possible I lost count and did an extra one, but that was at least 15. Just really feeling this shoulder, so I'm taking another short rest, and then I'll finish up these last 5 reps, and we'll flip over and do 20 on the other side. If you don't need the rest, you don't have to wait for me. Okay, if you're faster than I am, be faster than I am. You can always skip ahead in the video if you finish this exercise before I finish it. And of course, remember that you should always be working at your own pace. So if you need a longer rest than what I'm taking, you can pause the video and come back when you're ready. I'm going to attempt to finish these last 5 reps nice and clean and unbroken. So when you're ready, here we go. That's 19, this is my last one. That's 20. Good job. Those are really tough because we're doing a total of 40 weighted side plank hip lifts, and it's not an easy exercise. And since each rep consists of 2 hip lifts, we're really kind of doing 40. It's a really tough exercise, and it requires a lot of balance, a lot of coordination, a lot of focus, and strength. So be patient with yourself. It's a new exercise for me. Maybe you've seen it before, I don't know, maybe you've done it before, but if you follow my workouts regularly, this is something that we've never done together before, so be patient with yourself. We're learning something new. It takes time to get it in your body, so just do your best. All right, now this tired shoulder needs to lift the dumbbell, front leg extended, out in front, and remember that it's not just that the knee's straight, you're stretching it out, okay? Keep thinking that you're trying to touch the wall over there with your toes. Really keep the leg as straight as you can. When you're ready, here we go. So pressing into this hand, pressing into this heel, engaging those obliques, lift the hips, and now lift the leg, control the movement up, control the movement down, lower the hips. Now again, lift the hips, press the weight up overhead, and control the movement on the way back down. That's one. One down, 19 to go. Do your best. That's 9. I'm going to do one more and then rest. That's 10. I have to do 10 more on this side. So again, I'm going to break them up into 2 little mini sets of 5. That's plenty difficult enough for me. So we're halfway through on this side. The good news is that we only had to do this whole thing twice. Okay, so we're almost halfway done with this exercise all day. These are the little mental games I have to play with myself to make it not seem so daunting, because this exercise is tough and I want it to be over. It's almost over. We have 2 more little mini sets of 5 and then we'll move on to our next exercise, which is also really tough. But hey, that's the point, right? It's supposed to be hard. If we're out here just cruising, then, you know, we're not getting any stronger. So the point is to challenge yourself. The point is for it to be hard and for you to have to work for it. So when you're ready, let's start on these next 5 reps. All right, that's 15. Shake it off. I'm feeling it in both shoulders now and in my wrist from holding that side plank position for so long. So shake it off. Just 5 more reps to go. and then we'll move on to the next exercise. Sorry, but all 3 of these exercises are difficult. That's why there are only 3 of them. That's why we're only doing 20 reps at a time, and that's why we're only doing 2 rounds, okay? Although, I don't know what I was thinking, that I was gonna finish this in under 30 minutes. There's no way in HE double hockey sticks this is happening in under 30 minutes. I underestimated how long this first exercise would take for sure. All right, so here we go. Final 5 reps, let's get these done so we can move on. When you're ready. Picking up my count at 18, I didn't have control over the movement. So I'm starting that rep over. I've completed 18. So that's 19, 19 and a half, and 20. All right. Good job, those are really tough. Again, it's a new exercise, so takes time to get it into your body. We're just learning it, so be patient with yourself. And it is a full body exercise. I'm feeling everything after that. Shoulders, arms, abs, quads, everything. So it was a challenge. These next 2 exercises will also be a challenge, but again, we only have to do 20 reps at a time. The next exercise is going to be a ninja jump with a weighted jump squat. So I'm starting on my knees on the mat. Take a little rest while I wait for the plane so I don't have to shout. Okay, so starting on my knees, kind of standing upright like this, I'm gonna lean back to create momentum. Then I'm going to propel myself forward. So I'm gonna snap my hips forward. That's where the power is coming from, okay? So I'm leaning back, now I'm gonna snap my hips forward, and in one motion, I'm gonna jump from my knees to my feet like this. Okay, and now from this position, I'm going to grab onto my weights and do a suitcase squat with a jump up, okay? So grab the weights and jump. Put the weights back down. That's 1 rep. Come back down onto your knees. We're doing 20 of those. Remember that I will give equipment-free substitutions after the workout, and I'll show you a couple of easier modifications if you don't think you can do the ninja jumps, okay? Counting that as my first rep. I have 19 more to go. So rock back, ninja jump, grab the weights, and jump squat. Put the weights back down, and return to your starting position. That's 2. Ninja jump, squat jump. That's 3. Ninja jump, squat jump. That's 4. completed 8. I want to do 2 more before I rest, but my quads are really fatigued, so I'm going to push really hard and really try to do 2 more quality reps before I take a rest break. So that's 9. That's 10. I'm just taking a minute or 2 to shake it out because my quads are really fatigued and I'm struggling with this right now, finding enough strength to really make my ninja jump nice and clean, and then right into that weighted jump tuck. It's just really difficult. So I think maybe I'll do the same thing. I have 10 more reps to go. So I think maybe I'll aim to do 5 more unbroken and then take another little rest break because I think my quads are gonna need it, and then finish up with the last 5. So do your best. Let's try to string together 5 clean, quality, unbroken reps if we can. That's the goal. All right, when you're ready, here we go. So another thing too is that I've never done this exercise with my dumbbells here before, so I feel very aware of them, and I don't want to like kick them like I just did. So I feel like that's another level that's making this at least mentally more challenging for me. All right, let's try it again. It felt good other than like crashing into my dumbbell. So here we go. I didn't like that one either. My momentum was now too far forward, and I didn't like my starting position for my jump squat. 3rd time's a charm, here we go. This one's gonna be perfect. You just wait and see. No, it's not. I'm gonna get this eventually, here we go. That was 14. 1 more. That was 15. So after taking 4 or 5 attempts to get that ninja jump tuck nice and clean on rep number 11, I was able to more or less string together 5 decent reps. That wasn't too bad. So let's try to do that again, but better. Just 5 more reps, and then we can move on to our 3rd and final exercise. So, wish me luck. I'm gonna try to really focus and really try to string together 5 fantastic reps, okay? Do your best, be patient with yourself. When you're ready, here we go. That's 19. Last one. That's 20. All right. For this third and final exercise, we won't need the mat. Unless you're doing the push-ups from your knees. In that case, you can have a mat under your knees. I will be doing push-ups from my toes. These are espressos. So this is where it's important to make sure your dumbbells are flat on the bottom, because we're going to be putting our entire body weight on the dumbbells and doing a push-up on the dumbbells. I'm already almost at 30 minutes, so it's going to take me more than 30 minutes even just to do this once. So I was like 100% off of my with my goal. Not great. All right. It's all right. We are out here. We are doing the reps. It's all good. So espressos. I'm holding my weights to my side like this. I'm going to bend down, put the weights on the ground in front of me. Now jump the feet back into a plank position and do a push-up on the dumbbells. Now 2 rows, 2 plank rows, 1 on each side. So bending the elbow and lifting the weight up towards the shoulder on one side and then on the other side. Now jump the feet back in, stand. You're gonna do a hammer curl and an overhead press. That's 1 rep. We're going to 20. So this alone is gonna take like 5 minutes-ish. So do your best. Here we go. So weights come down, jump the feet back, push up on the dumbbells, row, row, jump the feet in, stand, hammer curl, overhead press. That's 2. That's 5. That's 10. If you don't need to rest, don't rest. You know what we're doing. We have 10 more of these, and then we're just going to do the whole thing one more time. So if you're stronger than I am, don't wait for me. Keep going. I am going to do the same thing that I did for the first 2 exercises. I've completed my first 10 reps For the second 10 reps, I'm gonna split it up into 2 little mini sets of 5, just to make it more manageable because I don't have the strength today to do another 10 of these without stopping. So picking up my count at 10. When you're ready, here we go. So that's 15. We're gonna take another little rest break and then finish up with my last 5. I'm just not feeling very strong today. Some days are better than others. I'm doing my best. Just remember that's all you can do. Okay, so be patient with yourself. If you're not feeling 100% today, if you're not feeling your best, that's fine. That's what you have to give today. At least you're out here putting in the work. You're getting the reps done. That's all that matters, okay? So I just have 5 more to go. And then that's the end of round 1. So I'm gonna go ahead and push through and finish these final 5 reps of espressos. Here we go. That's 16. 4 more to go. 17, 3 more. That's 18, just 2 more to go. That's 19, last one. That's 20. All right. So we're just about at 30 minutes right now, just barely under 30 minutes. So if I push really hard and I maintain at least that pace that I had in round 1, then I can finish in under an hour, which is double what I was going for, but it's okay because I've never done this exercise before, this first exercise, and I just really underestimated how taxing it would be and how long it would take me to complete 20 reps. So it's all good, we're gonna get it done. Hopefully I can tighten things up in round 2. Now that I've done all the exercises once and they're in my body, hopefully I can be struggling less, and if I can get through them more cleanly, then maybe I can get them done more quickly. And I won't be having to talk you through everything because you've seen everything now, so we'll see what happens. Okay, everything is jelly, but it's just 20 reps. If you're still with me, first of all, if that was enough for you today, that's fine. You can call it a day. If you want to do this second round with me, but you don't think you can do 20 reps of everything, you can have the reps. 10 of these on each side, 10 ninja jumps, plus the suitcase jump squat, and then 10 espressos, okay? You can do everything in sets of 10 this time if you want, okay? If you want to keep going, but you don't think you have another half an hour in you. Okay? Make whatever modifications you need to make it work for you. When you are ready, let's go ahead and start on round 2. We just have to do everything once more, okay? It's only 20 reps at a time, so do your best. Here we go. Oh, holy cannoli. Those are tough. But now that I'm starting to learn the exercise and it's starting to kind of get in my body and my muscles are starting to kind of get the hang of, okay, this is the movement, this is what we're doing. I was able to get through those first 10 reps much more cleanly and with much more control and with a much better pace than I did in round 1. My shoulder is still screaming at me, but I'm already halfway through on this side. I definitely, without a doubt, do not have another 10 reps in me unbroken. So I'm going to continue to approach this the way I have approached every exercise so far this workout. The first 10 reps unbroken, and then the second 10 reps split up into 2 little mini sets of 5. Okay, so when you're ready, I'm picking up my count at 10. I'll go to 15 and then take another little rest break before we finish up the final 5 reps. So when you're ready, here we go. That's 15. So on that last rep, obviously I didn't like that leg lift. It wasn't controlled. So I just redid that one part of the rep. I always remind you, not every rep is going to be exactly picture perfect. That's just not reality. That's not life. That's not physics, okay? I reminded you before, there's no such thing as perfect, okay? So if every rep is not exactly perfect, that's fine, but you have to have a threshold. If the rep is good enough and you feel like it had enough integrity and that you performed it well enough that you're getting the benefits, you're getting out of the exercise what you want, then you can count it. If not, if it was a little too sloppy for you, a little too wobbly, the movement wasn't under control, you don't feel like you're really getting the intended benefit out of the exercise, then you can redo the rep. That's your call. You have to decide where that threshold is for you. All right, hopefully that was enough of a rest. Then I can finish up these last 5 reps unbroken. When you're ready, here we go. Very happy with those. Those were way cleaner and way smoother and way faster than round 1. This is for a time. I am trying to complete all of the reps as quickly as I can, but never at the expense of my form. So the speed is definitely secondary. The most important thing is that you're minding your form and that you're performing the exercises properly, so that you're getting the benefit out of it. You're gonna go through the trouble of getting dressed and coming out here and lugging your weights out here and doing the work. You don't wanna just be going through the motions. You wanna make sure that each rep has integrity so that you're getting the maximum benefit out of the exercise. But more importantly, if your form is lacking, you are increasing your risk of injury. And I don't want anyone getting hurt. I don't wanna get hurt. So yes, we're trying to move as quickly as we can, but never at the expense of your form, okay? Proper form is first and foremost your #1 priority. So shake it off. Now we're gonna bring the dumbbell up to this tired shoulder, and I'm gonna do my best to do my first 10 reps unbroken on this side if I can, and then I will for sure need a nice long rest break. So when you're ready, here we go. Here we go. Ready? Okay, come on, let's do this. That's 7. I want to do 3 more before I rest. I can do it. 8. 9. 10. Oh. This 10-pound weight on that overhead press is starting to feel like it weighs 75 pounds. So even though I'm feeling this everywhere, my wrist, on this supporting arm, my shoulder on this supporting arm, my quads, my entire core, it's my arm that needs the rest right now. I'm really struggling to press that weight up overhead. So I need to pause for a minute or so until I feel like I've gained enough strength in this arm that I can safely press the weight up overhead. Again, only continue when you have enough strength to continue, so that you're not dropping a dumbbell on your face, of course, and when you feel that you have enough strength and enough breath and enough stamina to continue with proper form. So that was my first 10 reps. They were tough, but I got them done. Now I have 10 more to go. And again, I'm gonna break them up into little mini sets of 5. So when you're ready, pause the video if you need a longer rest. We're gonna try to string together another 5 clean reps. Here we go. Picking up my count at 10. That's 15, just 5 more. Feeling it in those shoulders, feeling it all over, but we're almost done with this exercise. Just 5 more reps left to go, and I'm really happy with how much cleaner this second round has been. This is a tough exercise, but I definitely think that the first round I was going a lot more slowly than I probably needed to because I was still learning the exercise. This round, even though I'm more fatigued, it feels like I'm going much faster, and it definitely feels like these reps are much cleaner. So just 5 more. When you're ready, here we go. That was 20. We're all done with that exercise. Good job. Those are super tough. I would say definitely to expect to see those again at some point. I really like that exercise. It was incredibly challenging on a lot of different levels. Like I said, it requires a lot of strength. It is a full body exercise. There's nothing that wasn't working on that exercise. And it also required a lot of focus, a lot of mental energy, because I was focusing on the movement as I was learning it, and a lot of balance, so a lot of coordination. So it really was just kind of an everything exercise, and I thought it was great. It was very tough, but I liked it. So let me know what you thought of that one. Let me know if you would like to see it again. Although I have a feeling you're gonna see it again whether you want to or not, because I loved it. All right. Just taking a minute to shake it out. Hopefully I've got enough strength in my quads. I'm going to do my best to try to string together 10 reps of these without taking a break. But for this exercise, after I do the first 5 reps, I might feel like I need a little rest break. I might just do 4 sets of 5. We'll see what happens. For right now, I'm gonna focus on getting these first 5 reps done nice and clean, and then I will assess my situation and see how I feel, and if I feel that I can continue and do the first 10 reps unbroken. Wish me luck. All right, when you're ready, ninja jump, suitcase, jump squat. Here we go. 20 reps, do your best. was 4. I barely feel like I have enough strength to do just one more. So definitely gonna need to break these down into sets of 5 or break them up into sets of 5. So one more, summon all my strength. Here we go. So that was 5. I have to do 3 more little mini sets of 5. Just that my quads feel like jelly right now. So even stringing together just 5 reps in a row is just such a challenge right now. We haven't done ninja jump tucks in a minute. They usually aren't quite this taxing for me, but I think that first exercise, it was just new, and so like I said, it was more taxing than I anticipated, and I think that the mental aspect of it too, it just kind of took a lot out of me. Also, I've just been struggling with my stamina these last couple weeks, so I took a nice long rest break. I'm gonna really breathe deep and focus, really try to take a deep breath, focus, send as much energy, as much blood flow, as much energy, really focus on my quads, send as much energy there as I can, focus on the movement, and really, really try to string together another 5 really clean, strong reps. Just do your best. When you're ready, here we go. I always say here we go, and then I take like 6 more deep breaths. All right, when you're ready. That was 10. What it is too is that those weighted jump squats, those are hell for my quads. Like, I find those so taxing. Even if that's the only exercise I'm doing when I'm just doing weighted jump squats like that, I can never do more than 5 to 10 reps in a row anyway, so adding the ninja jump to that is just, I'm finding it incredibly challenging. But those 5 reps weren't too bad. So, a minute or 2 of rest, a few good deep breaths, really focusing on sending oxygen to my quads, mind over matter, just really feeling strong quads, strong mind, strong quads. When you're ready, let's try another 5 reps without stopping if we can. Do your best, we're halfway done. We have 2 more little mini sets of 5 to go, so let's push through. That's 15. This second round, I felt like the first exercise was so much more smooth, so much faster, better quality, just so much improved. But this exercise, I feel like I'm going twice as slow at least. My legs are just so fatigued. It's a challenging exercise. Even if it was the first exercise we were doing, it would still be challenging, but we've been at it for over 50 minutes and we've already done 35 of these, plus a bunch of other crap. So it's just hard. My legs are really fatigued, but that was a nice long, 2-minute rest break, something in that neighborhood. So I should have enough strength to finish these last 5 reps. Just do your best. Again, mind over matter. I know your legs, your quads are probably as fatigued as mine. It's okay. Breathe deep. Send oxygen to those quads. Focus on the movement and really feel those quads nice and strong, okay? So sink back. Strong quads and propel yourself forward. Do your best. Here we go. 5 more reps. Strong quads. Strong quads. Here we go. Focus. I didn't like that ninja jump. I'm going to redo it. Strong quads. All right, here we go. For real. That was 20, right? I'm pretty sure. I'm wanting to convince myself now that I miscounted. But I think that was 20. Okay. I'm still at under 55 minutes. These last 20 reps are going to take me plus or minus 5 minutes or so. So, should be able to finish in under an hour. Just do your best. Push as hard as you can, but remember not to push yourself into doing something your body's not ready to do, okay? So only continue when you have enough strength that you can do the exercise with the proper form and good quality, okay? I'll probably just do 4 little sets of 5. So let's go ahead and start our first 5 reps and then I'll see how I feel. Here we go. 20 espressos. Do your best. That's my first 5. We go for 5 more. Unbroken if I can. Okay, when you're ready, here we go. I only have 2 minutes left to finish in under an hour, so I don't think I'm gonna quite make it. Because I just need to take a rest, but I'll keep it as close to 1 hour as I can. Picking up my count at 10. Let's do another 5. Unbroken if we can. When you're ready. We're about to hit the 1 hour mark. So I came up 5 reps short of finishing in under 1 hour. That's 1 hour. Let me see if I can really push hard. Finish these last 5 reps in less than a minute and finish before 1 hour, 1 minute. And push really hard. Here we go. Last one. 20. One hour 1 minute and 24 seconds. We're almost finished. No workout of mine is ever complete until we have done our bonus burpee. So we have just 1 rep left to go. Let's do our bonus burpee together, and then the workout will be officially complete. When you're ready, here we go. Final rep of the day. All right, so now let me go over some equipment-free modifications if you don't have dumbbells. So first of all, let me remind you to choose a weight that is right for you. My dumbbells were 10 pounds a piece. It might be a good idea if you have 2 sets of dumbbells to start with maybe a heavier set, but have a lighter set on standby so that if your heavier dumbbells start to feel too heavy, you have the option of scaling down your weight. Because like I said, on this first exercise, that overhead press, my arms started to become really fatigued and my weight started to feel really heavy, and I was struggling to press that weight up overhead. So you might want to anticipate that, maybe have a lighter set of dumbbells that you can switch to. If you don't have any dumbbells, household items will work. So a water bottle would be fine for this first exercise. Maybe a can of soup, something like that. Obviously, you're not going to find a can of soup that weighs 10 pounds. And you're not going to be able to fill a water bottle with 10 pounds of weight. So it's going to depend not only on your strength and on your level of fitness, but what you have available to you. So use what you've got, get creative. But if you have nothing that will work for weight, or you just don't want to add weight to the exercise, let me show you an equipment-free option. I told you I would go over the exercises in more detail after the workout, but this first exercise, I think I already explained it in quite a bit of detail before we began. So of course, if there are any questions, you can ask. Always feel free to ask. But I think I already went over this one in quite a bit of detail. So let me just show you an equipment-free modification. So we're going to come down to our starting position. Everything's going to be the same, except I'm not holding a weight here. So you can have this hand behind your head. That's fine, just to keep it out of the way. So remember to extend this leg as far as you can so that you feel like you're trying to touch the wall with the toes of this foot. So the front leg is extended in front of you, the back leg is on the mat, heel on the mat, and then you're going to, you can have this hand behind your head, press yourself up into your side plank position. And now again, make sure you control this movement on the way up as you lift the leg, and control the movement on the way down as you lower the leg. Okay, so you want to feel like you could hold this position. And then as you lower the leg down, you don't want to just drop it down, okay? You want to really use your leg muscles and use those obliques to lift the leg, and then control the movement as you lower the leg. Control the movement, same thing as you lower your hips. So don't just drop down, but really control the movement on the way down. Okay, so the first half of the exercise is going to be essentially the same, except instead of holding a weight up here, I just have my hand placed behind my head. Now for the second half of the exercise, we were doing the same side plank lift, but I was doing an overhead press. If you are not holding onto any weight, it really doesn't make any sense to do that because you're lifting nothing. So what you can do is just, you can just eliminate the second half, okay, of the exercise so that your exercise will just look like this. So lift your hips, lift the leg, lower the hips. That can be 1 rep, okay? So if you want, you can do 40 reps of that. Since the way I was doing it, we were doing 2 hip raises with each rep. So the hip raise plus the leg raise plus another hip raise plus the overhead press was 1 rep. So we were doing a total of 40 hip raises. So you can just do 40 of these. If 40 is too many, you can just do 20. Just like that, that's fine. Or there's other little things you could add. So you could try this, maybe keep the first half of the rep the same. So lift the hips, lift the leg, lower the hips, and now maybe lift the hips and do an oblique knee crunch. So bring this front leg forward and then bring that top elbow down to meet the knee, and then return to the starting position, lower the hips. That could be 1 rep. You could do something like lift the hips, lift the leg, and then reach under, and then extend the hand up overhead, lower the hips, and that could be your exercise. So any type of variation on that theme where you're not lifting a weight, there's a couple of ideas, but get creative with it. But it's very easy to just modify the exercise so that you're not holding on to any weight. It's not going to be exactly the same, but it's still going to be a great exercise. Now for the ninja jumps, water bottles could work. It's not that it's unsafe necessarily because we're not putting our weight on the water bottles. So if they roll around, they're not going to roll from underneath you and cause you to fall. But the only problem is that if you're putting the water bottles down on their sides, they could still roll around from you and you could be just kind of like not able to grab them. So water bottles may or may not work for this exercise. If you can make water bottles work, or cans of soup, then that's fine. You would just do the same exercise and just hold on to your weight, your water bottles or whatever, while you do the jump squat, okay? So let me talk you through first what I was doing so that you understand how to do the exercise with proper form, because I walked you through it during the workout, but I didn't go into a lot of detail. So let's talk about how to do the exercise properly first, and then I'll give you some ideas for equipment, free modifications, and beginner modifications. So let's break it down. We'll start with the ninja jump tuck first. So this one, it might look like you can't do it. And the first time I saw this exercise, I remember thinking I couldn't do it, but then I tried it and I was able to do it. So you might surprise yourself. I would say it's not as hard as it looks. It's a challenging exercise, but I don't think it's quite as hard as it looks. So yeah, you're just gonna start here on your knees. You're gonna lean back to create momentum. And then you're going to really propel your hips forward. And as you do that, you want to just jump your feet forward and get them underneath you, okay? So you're jumping up and bringing the feet forward. Maybe if I show you from this side, you've already watched maybe 20 of them from the front, so maybe this will help. So rock back to create momentum. I also like to swing my hands behind me, my arms behind me, so that I can use that for momentum as well. I want to just send all of my momentum going forward so that I can quickly get my feet underneath me, okay? So lean back, and then in one motion, jump up and bring your momentum forward, bringing your feet underneath you to land in a squat position like this. Okay, so it's a really quick motion. Here it is one more time. Okay, so that's the ninja jump part. From here, you're going to do your squat jump, your weighted squat jump. So I had my dumbbells already placed on the mat next to me. So I'm landing in this position. And now from here, I'm going to hold on to the dumbbells and do a jump squat. So it's very important that you keep the weight in your heels and that your shoulders are back and down. So back, meaning that you want to kind of feel like you're pinching your shoulder blades together, and down, meaning away from the ears. So not up here, but down here. That's going to help keep your chest lifted high. You always want to have your abs nice and strong and engaged, okay? Make sure your entire core is turned on. So you're down here, keep the weight in your heels, and really press those heels, actively press them into the mat, and propel yourself upwards like this, okay? Landing softly on the balls of your feet, and then allowing your weight to shift back into the heels as you lower yourself back down and place the weights down to the side of you. Chest lifted high, shoulders back and down. Strong, tight, engaged core. Keep the back flat as you can. Keep the weight in your heels. As you jump up, obviously you're going to shift the weight as you propel yourself up. So weight in the heels, shift the weight to your toes as you propel yourself up. Land back again softly on the balls of the feet, and then immediately shift the weight back into your heels, okay? So it looks like this. So put all together. I'm gonna lean back onto my heels, swing those arms behind me to create momentum, and jump up and propel my feet forward so that they land underneath me in a squat position. So ninja jump. Now grab the dumbbells and do a suitcase squat jump. So from this position, jump up, land softly on the balls of the feet, shift the weight back to the heels, put the weights down. If you don't have anything that you can use for weights, if you don't have dumbbells and water bottles aren't going to work, and you don't have anything else that's gonna work for weight, or you just don't wanna add weight, then you can just eliminate the weight from the jump squat, okay? So you just do a ninja jump right into a squat jump. So the ninja jump will be exactly the same, starting here on your knees. You're gonna rock back, jump forward, and then from here, just jump up. Since you're not adding weight, if you wanna increase the difficulty, you could do a jump tuck, meaning that you're gonna drive the knees up as high as you can, up towards your chest as you jump up. So if you're not adding weight, but you wanna increase the difficulty, that's another option. That's a ninja jump tuck, okay? So it would look like this, ninja jump, right into a jump tuck. So drive those knees up as high as you can. So that's another equipment-free option. If you need a beginner modification, then you can use your hands to assist you on the ninja jump. So maybe better to see this from the side. So you can start down here, and instead of using your hands to propel yourself forward, you can have your hands here on the mat to assist you, and just jump your feet forward, having your hands on the mat like this. So this would be your starting position, and then from here, you're gonna do the same thing, jumping up and jumping your feet forward so that they land underneath you and you end up in a squat position like this, okay? Much more manageable, and it might be a good place to start if you're scared of this exercise, and then after you get the hang of doing it that way, you can try it without your hands in front of you to assist you. So with the beginner modification on the ninja jump, with weights, it'll look like this. So starting here with your hands on the mat in front of you, jump the feet forward, and then grab the weights, and do your weighted suitcase jump squat. Place the weights down, and place the hands back on the mat in front of you. Put the knees down, return to your starting position. And then again, rock back, jump the feet forward, using your hands in front of you for support. Grab the weights, jump squat. Okay, so without weights, same as the modification I just showed you. You have the same options. So assisted ninja jump, and then from here you can either just do a squat jump, so just jumping right up into the air from your squat position, and then come back down, return to your starting position, or if you want to increase the difficulty for the second half, you can do your assisted ninja jump and then do a jump tuck. Okay, so there's a couple of equipment-free options and beginner modifications. If you can't jump up on the squat, then you can eliminate the jump up and just do an air squat, okay? So you can do your assisted ninja jump and then just stand, squat back down. So remember, on the way down, shoulders back and down, chest lifted high. Keep that core nice and strong and tight and engaged. Push the booty back, weight in the heels as you sink down into your squat. Then put the hands down, put the knees down, return to your starting position, okay? Assisted ninja jump, stand, push that booty back like you're trying to touch the wall behind you with your booty, flat back, weight in the heels, and squat down, return to your starting position. All right, the third and final exercise was espressos. So I'm standing here in a neutral position, and I'm just letting the weights fall to my sides. My palms are facing the outside of my legs, okay? And I'm holding the weights in this position. From here, I'm going to, again, bend down, keeping my back flat and the weight in my heels as much as possible. I'm gonna bend down and put the weights down on the ground in front of me. Now from this position, I'm going to jump my feet back so that I'm in a plank position. And I'm going to do a push-up, holding onto the dumbbells. Remember with your push-up that you want your body to remain in one straight line from your ankles all the way to your shoulders. You're going to bend your elbows and lower your chest down to the ground. So don't let your hips drop like this. Don't bob your head. Keep your head nice and still and neutral. Bend the arms and lower the chest down to the ground, okay? And then straighten the arms and push yourself back up, making sure that your body stays in one nice straight line from your heels to your shoulders the whole time. If you cannot lower your chest all the way down to the ground, that's fine. Go as far as you can. So if you can only come this far, that's totally fine. But don't compensate for the fact that you're not getting your chest all the way down by lowering your hips down, or lowering your belly down, or by bobbing your head down to the ground, okay? That's not what we want. Only go down as far as you can go while keeping your body in one straight line from your ankles to your shoulders, okay? So do your push-up on the dumbbells, minding your form. Then you're gonna jump your feet back in and stand, bringing the weights with you. Now I've returned to my starting position. So from this position, I'm going to do a hammer curl. That means that I'm not going to rotate my wrists. See, now my palms are facing you. This would be a bicep curl. That's not what we're doing, okay? I'm going to keep my arms the way they are, keep my wrists the way they are so that my palms are touching the outside of my legs. And from this position, I'm gonna curl the weights. So bending the elbows and lifting the weights up to the shoulders so that now my palms are facing my ears. And then from here, again, we're not gonna rotate the wrists. We're gonna leave the palms facing the ears and press the weights up overhead. Now bend the elbows, bring the weights back down to the shoulders, straighten the elbows, and bring the weights back down to the side, returning to your starting position. Okay, that is an espresso. That's what I was doing. So you can do the push-up from your knees. That's why I have my mat here to demonstrate that. So holding the weights to the side, put the weights down, and now if you need to step the feet back, you can step them back instead of jumping them back. I was jumping my feet back into a plank position. But if you can't jump your feet back, you can step them back. And now from here, you can put your knees down and do the push-up from your knees. Same principles apply, okay? So doing the push-up from your knees means that you want to have one straight line from your knees to your shoulders. And the same principles apply. Don't drop your hips, don't bob your head down, okay? Keep one straight line from your knees to your shoulders. Keep that core nice and strong and tight and engaged. Keep those hips lifted high. Bend your elbows and lower your chest down as low as you can. So again, if you can only come here, that's fine. Don't compensate by trying to trick yourself into thinking you're getting down all the way to the ground by bobbing your head down, okay? So you're gonna bend your elbows, lower your chest down as far as you can go. So if that's here, that's fine. If you can go all the way down, great. Push yourself back up. And now come back up into your plank position. And I was jumping my feet in, but if you can't jump, you can step your feet in and then stand. And if you're able, you can do your hammer curl press the weights up overhead, bring the weights back down to the shoulders, and then straighten the arms. Bring the weights back down to your side, return to the starting position. So that's a little bit easier modification, doing the push-up from the knees and stepping in and out of your plank position instead of jumping. So this is where you really need to make sure that your weights are flat on the bottom like this. See how my dumbbells here on the ends are shaped like hexagons? So they're flat on the bottom. Some dumbbells are rounded here, but they do have a flat bottom. They're round except for just the bottom. So if you have something like that, that's fine. But if your dumbbells are round all the way around here, please do not use them for this exercise. It is not safe. We're down here in a plank position. We're putting all of our body weight on the dumbbell. We're doing a push-up on the dumbbells. So if your dumbbells are rounded here, they might roll around on you and it could cause you to fall and injure yourself. I don't want anyone getting injured. I don't need any black eyes or chipped teeth or broken noses on my conscience. So if your weights are not flat on the bottom, you will need to not use them for this exercise. Or you can use them for the second half of the exercise, but just do your push-up with your hands flat on the ground. So if your weights are rounded here, but you still want to use them for this exercise, this is what I would recommend. Okay, you can start out the same, holding your weights to the side. Put your weights down on the ground, and now let go of the weights. Put your palms flat on the ground. Step or jump your feet back into a plank position. Do your push-up from this position with your hands flat on the ground. And now step or jump the feet back in, and now you can pick up the weights and continue. Stand, hammer curl, overhead press. Okay, so that is one option if your weights are not flat on the bottom. The other thing you can do is just any burpee variation without holding on to weights. So if you need an equipment-free modification, any burpee variation would be fine. So you can do just a regular burpee, just like the bonus burpee that we do after each workout. So come down on the ground, jump the feet back into a plank position, do your push-up, then jump the feet back in and jump up. Okay, that's just a basic burpee with a push-up. You can eliminate the push-up if you want to. There's really just a million different burpee variations. So just do whatever works for you. If you need a beginner modification for what I was just doing, so you can come down and put your hands on the ground in front of you. You can step your feet back into the plank position. Instead of jumping them back, you can put your knees down on the mat and do a knee push-up. Remember to only go as low as you can without dropping your hips and without dipping your head down. So bend your elbows and lower your body down in one straight line as low as you can. If you can come all the way down here, great. But just remember to keep your hips lifted high, don't bob your head. And now come back up into your plank position, step the feet forward and stand. If you're able to jump up, great. If not, you could just stand or you can come up onto your toes. Okay, so put all that together. If you're a beginner, hands come down, step it back. Put the knees down, do a push-up, go down as deep as you can, back up to your plank, step it forward, and stand. Come up onto the toes if you can, jump up if you can. There are endless burpee variations, so just pick one that works for you. And as always, if you need any further help with beginner modifications or any other type of equipment-free substitutions that I didn't cover, just ask, okay? It is very important to me that all of my workouts are always accessible. All these planes are driving me insane. I really need to wrap this up, but the planes are coming like every 4 seconds, so I'm gonna talk fast. What was I saying? I was telling you that it's so important to me that my workouts are always accessible to anyone and everyone who wants to do them with me, so I'm always here to help facilitate that. Don't hesitate to reach out. If anything about today's workout was unclear, if anything about the format was unclear, if you have any questions whatsoever about how to do the exercises with proper form, that is first and foremost the most important thing. If you need any further help with beginner modifications or equipment-free substitutions, please just ask. I am always here to help. do not hesitate to reach out if you have questions or if you need help. Thank you to everyone who has been working out with me lately, and even if you're not working out with me, thank you for watching and liking and sharing the videos. Thank you for all of your wonderful and supportive and engaging comments. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. If you are not subscribed already, please subscribe. And of course, a great big thank you to those of you who have been subscribed to my channel for years. I appreciate you all so very much. If you did this workout with me today, thank you so much. Please let me know what you thought of it and how you did. And one final thank you to those of you who have been watching the videos all the way until the end and commenting with the secret code phrase of the day. So before I let you go, I will give you today's secret code phrase of the day. It is, break me off a piece of that football cream. So if you are still watching, hello. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please let me know that someone is still watching by going down to the comment section and leaving me a comment that says, break me off a piece of that football cream. That's it for today, and I will see you all next time. Bye.